was Mr. 91. I don't know how many he hit yesterday.
72.
72. Not quite as cool. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. did exactly what we knew he was going to do. Let's be serious here.
Brent and I picked him.
Yep. Two of us knew.
Connor picked half the field and still lost.
Yeah, shout out to Vladdy.
We'll get into it, but goddamn, my pick was getting.
Welcome back to the Flight Tech Podcast. I don't even remember what happened this week. I don't know who we played. I know that
we finished the White Sox series,
right? Oh, okay. No, we're back. No, I'll be good. Yeah, we're in the All-Star break. Game's going on right now. Last I checked, Bo was in the game. He lined out to right.
Yep. I don't think any other.
I really just don't care too much about the game itself. I don't know about you guys.
No,
it's boring. It is the best of.
It's the best All-Star game.
It's the best All-Star game. I think we can all agree that the NHL's is somehow the worst.
Actually, the NFL's bad.
NFL, football.
The NFL's really bad.
Yeah, the NFL's bad, but then like the NHL and the NBA are kind of like equally as shit
meh.
for me.
They're both meh, and then baseball is the only one that like is an actual game.
Yeah.
There were some nice catches in the first, at least.
Adolis made another one too.
Yandy hit a bomb. That was kind of cool. I might pull it up on my phone just so it's.
Luis Ariz is 2 for 2.
Cool happens. Yeah, but that's not news. Yeah. Shout out to the boys. The Jays went 5-1 since our last podcast, and judging by the reaction of the fans, you would think we went 1-5, 1-4.
No, didn't they play the first game of the White Sox series?
You might be
the
right.
night we recorded.
Yeah, you might be right.
They won that game.
Yes. Yeah, but we've only played 5 games since.
Oh shit! Jesus.
Well, in the last 2 series, they are 1-5 or 5-1. But the way people reacted to the one loss against Detroit, you would think we were 1-5, 4, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. 5 games were phenomenal. They looked great against the White Sox. They got down a couple times and they came back.
No comment.
Yeah. I forgot to bring the broom. You're lucky.
I know.
I just thought you've had a tough enough year as a White Sox fan.
Oh, dude, it got worse. It got worse during the Derby.
Only going to get worse. Also, apparently they're trying to trade everyone except for
Blue Bob,
Vaughn, and Eloy, and
Vaughn, Eloy, and Cease, which makes sense.
Trade them all.
Wouldn't you keep Berger too?
That's what I thought.
I think Berger's on that list of like you would need a good bit.
A lot. Yeah.
Like,
well, that as you should, I would think,
because he hits the shit out of the ball.
Like, and he's one of the only ones that does it on that team. If it's not Lou Bob, it's him. I don't know why you keep Eloy, to be honest. If someone wants Eloy, I think you take what you can get.
I don't know why you keep any of them.
Well, Lou Bob, like you can build around Lou Bob.
You have to.
He's still young.
Lou Bob. There's no point in trading Yasmani Grandal just because his contract's up after this year and next year.
Yeah,
Okada's
on too much
money. Cease is young enough that you can figure it out.
Cease is back to being pretty good. Dylan Cease, like
lately he's been good.
Tim Anderson's gone. Like
where?
Well, I don't know if he is. Who wants TA right now?
No one wants it. Yeah. And then he's got 17 or whatever next year or whatever it is.
It's a team option, I think, for next year. So
yeah, with a $5 million buyout.
Yeah, that's $5 million.
It's not bad. Somebody's gonna pay him $5 million to go away and ride the pine the rest of the year.
I think Giolito and Lynn are gone.
Lance Lynn is bad.
He's
really bad. He has the 4th worst ERA in the wild card era. Heard that this morning on Baseball is Dead.
Jesus.
For the White Sox, pardon me. 4th worst in White Sox history since the wild card era.
I've watched a lot of his games. Doesn't look like he's like bad necessarily. Like he doesn't look. He
looked okay against the Jays.
He looks okay, and then he just gives up like 3 home runs in 1 inning. It's just like, all right, there's all the runs. Like
he didn't give up anything against the Blue Jays.
Yeah, he went 7 innings of like 1 run or no runs. Like
I think it was nothing going into the 10th.
10th. Yeah, 10th or 11th
or 11th, whatever it was. We had 1 hit, I think, against Lance Lynn. So I mean, yeah, you're not entirely wrong there when you say that.
I also think a lot of it is just like get Lance Lynn the fuck out of Chicago and he'll probably do a lot better.
Yeah, we couldn't have ran into Chicago and Detroit at a better time.
Oh, without a doubt.
This is like finish off the first half. You get two teams that are spiraling downwards.
One of them is now like guaranteed to sell, and the other one, do they have anything to sell?
Lange,
turtleneck boy, Erod, maybe like
noted all-star
Lorenzen.
Michael Lorenzen. Thank you.
I feel like he'd be cheap.
Yeah,
he's a swingman for a bullpen.
Noted all-star.
He's gonna go somewhere. He can start and he can relieve.
Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
What do we have? We did not do our impact players of the week. I skipped right over that. Who's first this week? Is it Nate?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Connor?
Yeah.
And then I gotta pretend like I watched or that I remember. I did watch. I watched all 5 games.
Really?
And I do not remember
who
did what.
You watched more than me because the one game I did watch, I was at work and they got no hit. So
actually, you know what? I didn't watch the no hit game. You're right.
Like, yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how you would have.
No, I didn't see that. So yeah, Connor, take us away, I guess.
You mean Nate?
Or Nate, sorry. My bad. I just did this. Nate, you go ahead and take us away.
You guys want to take a guess here?
It's gonna be Alek Manoah.
It's Alek Manoah for the
I think that's fair.
That's very fair. For the first, this is the third time.
First time that it makes sense.
And the first time it actually makes sense.
I'm happy with that
working.
Pick, Nate.
It's working.
Yes. So that leads us into Alek Manoah's start against the Tigers.
What do you go? 8 Ks,
8 Ks, no walks, which is like the most important thing.
He made me $100.
Did he really?
It was $100? Yeah, I think it was $100.
What'd you do?
There was a boost on the score bet. It was he had to go over 7 or 6.5 Ks and less than 1.5 runs. And he did both. Jeez, I think it was $10 on it. It was whatever that math ends up being.
I mean, the only slight downside I would say to Alek Manoah, the slider break is still not good.
It's bad. Who cares?
It's still not good.
Who cares?
Well,
but it worked.
They don't ask how.
Like in the early innings, the amount of hang and sliders that the Tigers just didn't hit. It's a little concerning, but
we've seen him against single A, we've seen him against double A, we've seen him against triple A. His next start's against a major league team.
Is it? Who's he got next?
Probably the Diamondbacks or Padres.
Diamondbacks or Padres.
Oh, good. Padres, I guess. Padres are a little bit back, but yeah. The difference for Manoah, I forget who posted the video, but he is working way faster. Not like in between pitches, but like his actual mechanics themselves. The ball is out of his hand a hell of a lot quicker than it was before.
A lot more like last year.
Yeah. It looks faster than last year.
I heard an interview with him, and he was saying that he found at the end of last year and the start of this year, he was gliding down the mound.
Right.
And not striding down the mound.
Okay.
So he wasn't attacking with as much urgency, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the big things he went and worked on.
Somebody did I wish I knew who it was. I'd pull it back up, but somebody did a side-by-side of the two mechanics from, I think it was a earlier start this year and one from that game. And they started it as soon as he took his step to the side. And the ball was out of his hand as he was still lifting his leg on the other one. It was astronomically different. If that's all it was, then maybe that was the thing that fixed Alek Manoah. Now you're looking at 5 legitimate MLB starters in this rotation. In a second half that we've started
in a couple weeks.
Yeah. In a second half that we've already been kind of pretty good in. You could be running away with a top wild card spot, I think. It's possible. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's entirely possible. Yeah. You do got to get the bats going. I still can't hit with runners in scoring position. It is what it is. They scored a lot of runs against the White Sox. I don't know. A lot of them were in one inning, but they did it. Connor, you're up, man.
I don't know his stats for this week, but ladies and gentlemen, the man who saved the Blue Jays season, It ain't tricking if you got it.
And
he got it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Danny Jansen. Because he saved the Blue Jays season. Evidently. With a 2-run home run on 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th against the Detroit Tigers.
Can we just... We're going to veer off because I need a hell of a lot more time to think. Danny Jansen is unequivocally better than Alejandro Kirk at this point, right? Like we're ready to have that conversation.
Alejandro Kirk, like bottom 3 on this roster right now. If you really want to think about it,
I would prefer Tyler Heineman in that spot at this point.
I feel bring up something I've been questioning this week,
but
do you think we had to give up Moreno to get our show? No, I'm saying, like, do you think Kirk didn't have that value? Because I'm starting to wonder.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
His second half last year wasn't that good.
Oh, it was like OPS in the 6s. I remember that. Like it was basically what he's doing now this year.
Maybe we legitimately had to give up Moreno to get Varsho. Like maybe Kirk wasn't enough.
You might be right. Give me 3 seconds to pull up the numbers here because I don't know where we got this idea that Alejandro Kirk is this elite hitter in the majors. He's had like his first season, like his first little stretch there in 2020. He had a couple of good games. There's like, look at this guy. He's round and he's fun, but like 20. What was his second year? 21. 21. He was hurt a little bit. He had a 242 average. There's a fucking video on the way here. 242, 328, 436 slug or 764. Like it's not elite stuff. He had a 105 OPS plus, 8 homers in 8 homers in 60 games. Like it was okay, wasn't great. And then he had a huge first half last year, and then his second half just got rid of all that. By the end of the year, he was hitting 285, 372, 415, 786 OPS. Like that's good. Which is good, but it's not like,
especially from the catcher position,
blow you away stuff.
And he was pretty decent defensively.
And a lot of that was carried by the first half, though. I'm trying to get the splits here, but it's just outside of that one half of a season, he hasn't really been all that special. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that.
He has an elite hit tool.
He's an elite bat to ball tool.
Yeah, that's what I mean. His hit tool is elite, but this year he's not making the contact. Like he's not barreling the ball the same way.
I got the stats, Brent.
Do you? Okay.
His first half was a 315, 395, 487, 882 OPS, 11 home runs, 37 RBI.
Right.
And in his second half, which is the first half was 83 games. Second half in 56 games, 246, 340, 320, 661 OPS, 3 home runs, 26 RBI.
Bad.
That's.
You couple that with what he has been this year, and I'll give him the benefit of the doubt this season. He missed all of spring training. He's also a new dad. It's a tough thing to adapt to, and I don't know. He seems like he's just not.
We've had 8 new.
The whole team is new dads. You're right.
We've had 8 new dads,
but it did. It affect it. I could see why that would affect his start, but what he's doing right now is just not good. He hasn't been Alejandro Kirk, and when you compare the two of them, Kirk has played 11 more games. He's got 32 more plate appearances. He's only got 6 more hits. He's got 5 less doubles, 8 less homers, 15 less RBIs. They're hitting about the same as 227 for Jano, 234 for Kirk, 282 on base for Jano, 317 for Kirk. 304 slug this year for Alejandro Kirk, a 464 for Jano. Jano's numbers aren't blowing you away either. He's got a 746 OPS. Alejandro Kirk's got a 621. It's just
one of those guys is below the Kevin Biggio line. One of those guys, and the other guy is Danny Jansen.
It's just not good, man. I don't.
So more than think about it, Nate, you're right. They did need to give up Gabby.
They might have. Like we all thought Kirk had this value. Maybe he had no value.
I wouldn't have taken a chance on Alejandro Kirk after watching what he did in the second half. And I don't think
Hell no. That's why we all wanted to get rid of him.
he's not a guy. He's not built in the shape of a guy that can play 110 games in a year.
He's not built in the shape of a guy whose knees are going to age well at the catcher position.
No. I'm not saying he needs to change that, but I don't put a lot of faith in him being an everyday catcher for 120, 130 games.
I love how one of the big reasons why we got rid of Gabby in people's minds was we don't want a young catcher behind the plate for our contending run. Janny Jansen's still right there. Like, yeah, Gabby can play half of the games.
What's the age difference in Gabby and Kirk?
Gabby's like 20. I think Kirk is.
He's a lot more raw as a catcher.
Kirk's 21.
He came up as a shortstop or third baseman, I believe.
Yeah, Kirk is 21, and Gabby's 23.
The only thing keeping...
I feel like that's off, but like I just looked that up on Baseball Reference. So
the only thing keeping Alejandro Kirk in this lineup right now is his defense, which I find insane given how he started his career when he was just irrelevant defensively.
Can we circle back to the Manoah start for a second?
Yeah, I was about to say this
because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm about 95% confident that the guy who normally catches Manoah was not catching Manoah.
No, you can be 100% sure because it was
Danny Jansen.
Alejandro Kirk calls a good game for Chris Bassett, and I think that's about it.
Oh, Whit Merrifield just flew out. Okay.
Oh, we're in the game. That I don't have the numbers to back it up, but I think him and Jano are comparable for Gausman because Gausman's just gross. He can pitch to whoever he wants. I believe Barrios is better with Jano behind them.
Slightly better.
Plate. And I know Kikuchi's better with Jano behind the plate. And then it's been very clear that to me anyways, that Manoah is better with Jano behind the plate. So realistically, Alejandro Kirk is a personal catcher for Chris Bassett. And you'd love to use him as a DH on other days, but he's just not hitting well enough to be that guy.
And one of your better hitters right now is your DH.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
I think that kind of also solidifies the fact that we really need another bat at the deadline.
Yeah.
You need a right-handed bat with power.
Yeah. As good as Brandon Belt's been, he can't hit lefties. And I don't know what the options are out there. We've gone over this every week, but you do need someone to fill that hole right now. Because yeah, I
was listening to At the Letters, and they brought up Mr. Gritchick again. Called that a couple weeks ago.
I'm not opposed.
I'm not either.
He
can play a decent center field.
Yeah,
he's got some pop. Ready bat. They said he's got like an 840 OPS against lefties this year.
That's all we need. All we need. Like,
he doesn't even have to play the outfield too. Is the other thing? Is like he's your fourth outfielder. Like when he was here before, he was your starting everyday outfielder.
He was your starting out. He was your everyday starting outfielder because of
it means you don't have to throw Cavan and Witt out there, both of them. If there's a lefty on the bump and you want to get Kiermaier and Varsho a day off, it means you can put him out there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the splits for this year, but yeah, I don't know. I don't hate the move. I mean, I don't think you'd have to give up very much. It's the Rockies. They'd probably pay you to take him.
You know who's already paying us to take him?
Us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we send money to the Rockies for Mel
Yeah.
Jesus,
we're already paying part of his salary.
I was gonna say, I think this is the last year of his deal too, so it's not even you can get him for cheaper.
So
I'm sure you could get him for some 19-year-old in single A who is a mid-level prospect.
Yeah,
maybe two guys of that caliber.
His numbers this season are, I mean,
quick update: Bo Bichette sack fly 2-1 AL.
Hey, let's go. He's got a better average against righties. I don't know why it's not giving me any of their stats here.
But Randall Grichuk, you never need to give power. Never. Just power. Just give me the power stats.
He's got 2 homers against righties, 2 homers against lefties.
That's more than our lefties have against lefties.
He's got
14 doubles against righties, 4 against lefties. So
How
his
many
power
plate-
numbers
did
are
he have
really
plate
not there against
appearances?
lefties. 69 plate appearances against lefties, 154 against righties.
Okay, so that's actually
So that's quite a big difference.
yeah, that's not that bad. Like
2 homers and 69 plate appearances, not bad. I don't know. I think it can't be worse.
I mean, if that's the case, just go get the better guy, or in theory, the better guy for that we need a reunion with. That can mash lefties
Luke
better
Maile?
than almost.
Oh.
That can mash lefties almost better than anybody in baseball.
I don't think
Hey,
you have to
Oscar
give up much
Hernandez.
for him either.
He's one of 15 guys with 15 home runs and 50 RBI at the break. Like
He also has 500 strikeouts, I think.
I was gonna say he's one of
Give or
probably
take.
2 guys.
He
with
would
100
fit in so well.
yeah, dude, and also just like
How are his
vibes.
numbers with runners in scoring position?
Let's do the old baseball.
You have 50 ribbies. What more do you need?
Yeah, like
I don't need to
he's
see his
batting
numbers in scoring
250,
position.
like 250, 306 on base, 438 slug, 745 OPS. Like you can.
Want to
Like-
point out, noted winner of the home run derby last night just grounded out in his first at bat of the All-Star game.
Oh, he's okay. That shit hasn't changed. Guillermo's still
He's
in his head.
back.
Guillermo's
He's
still in his
back.
head, boys. You said what were we looking for?
I mean, we could have had Sean Casey.
We could have.
Um,
We could also just accept that.
stop the
It's
presses.
Hmm?
Stop the presses. If runners in scoring position, Teoscar Hernandez has 105 plate appearances.
Okay.
And 93 at bats. 323, 371, 505. That's an 877 OPS, 3 home runs, 36 RBI.
That's gotta rank number 1 in a lot of categories for the Blue
Like-
Jays. Yeah, I mentioned it weeks ago. It's not new. I think it'd be worth taking a look
It
at.
depends though, because they're slowly sneaking back into the
Yeah, they are.
conversation
I know.
while Houston is making up ground
Also
on
doing it.
Texas,
Mhm.
and Texas is sliding, but it's not like Houston's like rolling either. Like that division could be up for grabs for all 3 of them.
Yeah. So currently, as we stand today on July 11th, Seattle is 4 games back of a wild card spot, which would be the Houston Astros and us. So they're also 4 games back a second.
Also, Brant, I don't know how you didn't mention this.
Mhm.
The Vlad's first swing fully lost the bat.
I just saw it on the replay. I didn't see it until then. They are currently 6 games back at Texas for the division lead.
It's not out of it.
It's
closer
not
than we
out
are.
of it. However, they're also competing with obviously us, Houston, the Yankees, Boston, and you can maybe throw LA in there.
And I think I think last I saw, Texas's last series win was like the 20th of June.
Mhm.
They're sliding.
They're little slide skis.
We are at the All-Star break now. Do you think any AL division is locked up?
Yes,
Which?
I think. East.
No.
I don't think the Rays have locked it up. The Rays are sliding too.
I think they'll finish first in the East.
What's the Rays record after the end of that win streak?
Do anyone know when that was? Connor, give me the date of that and I'll look it up.
We played them.
We
Yeah.
ended that win streak.
We
Hold on.
ended it. Give me a second.
It's not good. I know that. It was in April.
Their first loss came on April 14th.
Yep.
And since then, thanks, baseball.
45 and 35.
Since that loss, Jesus.
Still good.
Still
Not
really-
phenomenal. I mean, still pretty phenomenal. They are
Whoa. Why did I not?
23 games over 500.
They
and
are
10 since that one. 10 of them since that.
Tampa Bay Rays in the month of July.
Uh-huh.
1-7.
They've been
So-
bad. That's what I mean. They're sliding.
I don't think anything's locked up. Like,
No, I don't think so either. That's kind of why I bring it up. Baltimore's 2 games back of Tampa.
Jordan Romano in the game.
Okay. Baltimore's 2 games back at Tampa. We're 7 games back. 7's a lot. 2 is very much not a lot of games. But on the flip side of that, I don't feel like we're very far behind Baltimore right now.
Well, exactly. And Tampa's not. What's Tampa going to do at the deadline? Like we've seen in years past, the biggest splash that I can recall them making was Nelson Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
For
Jose Siri
for
was a decent pickup, but it shouldn't have been.
That Nelson Cruz trade also.
Jose Siri wasn't a decent pickup last year.
No. That Nelson Cruz pickup also looks very bad now because they traded Joe Ryan. That's one of the few times that Tampa has lost a trade.
Yeah, it's bad.
Like,
I don't know, man. I think it'll take a miracle, but there's nothing saying that we can't make a run at the division. There's definitely nothing saying that Baltimore can't make a run at the division. They've won 5 in a row right now. 6-4 in their last 10.
If I were to put money on the AL West, I'm not betting on the Rangers.
Today, I think I'd bet the Astros just because of history.
Because they're the Astros.
Yeah. Like
who you guys got in the Central? Tigers?
Which Central?
The one the Tigers play in.
It's
got to be Cleveland, man.
That's got to be Cleveland.
Minnesota somehow.
Do you think they still sell Bieber though?
I don't think so. I think Bieber's played his way out of being a meaningful trade piece.
Lourdes Gurriel just go yard in the All-Star game?
Off Romano?
Yep.
Oh, Twitter's about to explode, dude. There's no shot.
I just want to soak this in for a sec.
No shot. Pina power. Oh, you just said fuck all of us. That's great. Oh,
it looks like they're reviewing it, but
I mean, it did. I was gonna say like the camera angle, like the camera angle did have it like in the fucking corner. That's
gotta feel so good.
Is there any ex-Blue Jays on the NL All-Star team?
That one.
That's it. That's
I think. Man.
You guys want to play a fun game?
No.
Yes.
Could you tell me the last time the National League won the All-Star game?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
It wasn't last year. It wasn't 21. What? Okay, isn't this like 14? Is it back? Is it farther back? This is like 2005.
No, it's more recent than that.
Okay.
2012.
Yep.
Jesus.
Since I was born,
mm-hmm.
How many times has the National League won the All-Star game?
Excuse me? Shit just got so much worse. Oh my god, no.
Is Jordan hurt?
Fucking trainer's out for Jordan Romano. Are you kidding me? He's doing fucking how many pitches? 5. He's doing 5 pitches.
I mean, he's probably got a bruised ego after that one.
Man. Kendall Graveman, you're a fucking Blue Jay. Oh my god.
There's better options.
Chad Green, hurry up, get back. Is that?
He's fine. I don't think doesn't look like it's anything serious.
I can't see where this ball is.
Yeah, the AL dominates this thing.
You didn't guess.
What was the question?
2012.
Since I was born, how many times has the NL won?
3.
2.
3. 10,
I'm so
11,
good at guessing
12.
these stupid things.
Oh, Jordan's done.
You probably saw the same tweet as me.
Foul ball. Oh, that's so good. Thank God.
Give him the
no, I
up.
didn't. I just I legitimately guessed at both of those. Good news is that didn't leave the yard. Well, it did, but didn't leave fair.
Got
I'm so off track now. I don't know what we're talking
about. We were talking about
baseball, man. Let's get back on track.
Yeah.
I never gave my pick.
No, you didn't.
I still don't have a pick. You know what? I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna pull a Nate a little bit. Just a little bit.
You should, because he also had a good week.
Wait, who?
The guy you're gonna pick.
No, definitely not. I'm not a former Nate, more of a recent Nate, in more of a trolling sense.
I know who you're gonna pick. He had a good week.
No, he didn't. His name is Arjun Namala.
Oh,
Oh, what? How's
Thought
that a
you were-
troll?
I
Because-
assumed you were going Vladdy for the home run derby and the fact that he hit
No, well, that
multiple
was this
bombs
week. That was this week.
Oh my god, Brant.
No, it wasn't. We go podcast to podcast.
No, it's not. It's Sunday to Sunday.
No,
Or Sunday to Monday or whatever.
No,
it
we
is.
changed
Monday
it.
to Sunday.
Brant,
We
we
changed
go-
it.
Brant,
When
we're
did we
going-
change it?
Brant, we had a executive decision that it's from podcast to podcast.
When
Yeah,
did
we had
we
that
make this
conversation.
executive decision?
When I picked Alec Manoa the first time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking Arjun Namala
Okay.
because he became the first. Was the first Blue Jay? Yeah, first Blue Jay of Indian descent to be drafted. Right.
I think it was just the first. I think it was the first player of Indian descent to be drafted in the first round.
Right. And the first Blue Jay of Indian descent ever. Super cool.
Yeah, he's 17. We're not gonna see him for 10 years.
He is a legitimate child.
Yeah.
Super cool though. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the pick, but it's a big moment for him. I think it's exciting. I don't know the kid, and I want to have Nate's reaction because I don't love competing teams taking high schoolers because I think that doesn't fit in your window. It changes your window a little bit. I'm not huge on it. However,
I also think there was outfield options.
yeah,
You needed an outfielder more than an infielder, I think, in your farm
Yes.
system.
this kid can play third, second, and short, right?
Yes.
We've also just latched onto shortstops.
That's been our thing. I
Sure.
mean, that's kind of like
Well, you
that's
can turn
a good
shortstops
start.
into second baseman. No
you can
problem.
turn shortstops into
You
anything.
can turn
Like, you
can
shortstops
turn them
into
into third
outfielders.
You can turn them into outfielders.
One just hit
We're
off.
trying to do it with Barger, are we not?
Romano.
Right. Yes. You know what? You're right. We turned one into an all-star.
Who's we?
Who?
We didn't do that shit.
Well, we sent him away to turn him into an all-star. So
yeah, but
yes.
Are you gonna forget about the guy on our own team?
yeah, he got away from Guillermo Martinez and fucking became an all-star. We'll get good. No, not no, no.
We're not right now. We'll get into it after this
Stick with
because
the draft.
um
We're basically here.
everything I've heard about this kid seems like he could be
Legit.
something super special.
Also,
Um,
everything that I've heard, we got a guy. We got picked. We had a guy that was supposed to get picked higher as far as talent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, like he was supposed to be a top 10 pick, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Like he could have potentially been a
has
top 10 pick.
Top 10 pick. Yeah, top 10 talent.
So yeah. The fact that we got him where we did is great. Obviously it's over slot, but he could be something special in 7 years.
6 years.
6 years, hopefully.
17 years old. So
Yeah. So I don't know how I feel about that side of things. But if this kid comes up and he is a perennial all-star, then we definitely won the pick. The problem was the guy that went right after is probably a better fit for the Toronto Blue Jays in the near future.
and also just has
Coming out of college.
just pure vibes.
Yeah.
Like
So
Chase Davis of Arizona.
Just getting a college outfielder made so much more sense.
mhm.
Again, I know nothing about this kid.
Nope.
I was giving a thumbs down earlier. This kid could be great. He slept. Everything I've heard sounds like he's got a ton of potential,
Mhm.
but you have a window right now.
Yeah.
Why not bring in a guy who could add to that window?
Yeah.
Or who you can potentially flip. Right?
Mhm.
This
I mean, you
And
probably could flip Namala if you wanted to, but I think you're drafting him to try and turn him into something. But if you look at what the Astros have done, they've done pretty much the perfect way to do it because they just keep extending their window. Like they lost guys like Springer and Correa, and they brought in guys like Tucker and Jordan and just found a way to just keep moving the window along as opposed to being a good team and then being bad for 4 years and then coming back a little bit and then being bad again. It's just
to be fair, there's other teams that have done it too. You look
Sure.
at the Braves, Dodgers.
Yep. No, yeah, the Astros definitely aren't on their own here,
No,
but they're one of the
They
best
did
at it. The
not
Dodgers
draft
too. The Dodgers are
Jordan.
really good,
they did
No, they
not
signed
sign
him.
Jordan. No, they didn't.
didn't they?
They traded.
No.
Jordan
Okay.
was a Dodger. They traded.
Jordan was a Dodger.
They traded him for Josh Fields.
Okay, that's tough. But they bring in guys like that, and they just keep pushing their line along.
I don't know Arjun Namala's stats in high school, but did he have a 742 slugging in college? Because he didn't. Because Chase Davis did.
Maybe if he goes,
Chase goddamn Davis, man.
That's the other thing. Like you look at Tucker. I'm like 99% sure Tucker came out of college. You bring in those guys from college to add to your window and extend it because they're going to be here sooner. It's not the 7-year long project where you're like, this kid could be great, but if you let Vladdy and Bo run out, then you could have a 4-year rebuild before you got this guy come up.
Arjun Namala, just to try and pump his tires a little bit here. He had 73 at-bats in his senior year of high school. In the spring season, sorry, let me just clarify that. He had 35 hits, 8 doubles, 3 triples, 5 homers. He hit 479, 573, 877 slug. Very good.
Blows my mind that we just drafted a guy in the first round that had 74 at bats in the spring.
Yeah. Well, he had 14 walks, 13 Ks. I don't know
74 at bats.
73 at bats. Don't oversell.
Sorry. 73.
His career as a high schooler is obviously his freshman year sucked, but it dropped into a 376, 475, 624 as a high schooler. He had 8 homers, all 8 of them were in his last 2 years. I don't know. This kid looks athletic as shit. Looks like he can do a lot. From the sounds of it, he hits the ball hard. I don't know, man. We'll see. It does.
I've been talking about like teams having a type, and our type is definitely
middle
athletic middle infielders. Excuse me,
and big pitchers
with elite bat to ball skills.
Yeah.
Oh, that was our entire like first round. It was our entire like second round last year. And with the comp picks and shit, it was just, oh, he's a shortstop with good bat to ball skills. Oh, he's a second baseman with great bat to ball skills. Like,
it's a very Ross Atkins pick, is it not?
Yeah, damn, I'm trying to find
like they did this with Barriera last year. Like, try and take the best available guy, regardless of situation, and see if you can get the most value for him.
There's points where it makes sense.
Yeah. Was Simeon Woods rich? No, he was
that was the Stroman trade.
Yeah.
The last
because it was Barriera last year, first round.
Yes.
Year before was
Oakland.
College kid, right?
2020.
Coming off TJ.
Yeah, 2020 was Austin Martin. Which
college. But fits the same bill here. Athletic, toolsy, bat the ball skills.
High upside potential value pick.
19 was Alek Manoah.
Big pitcher.
It's fair. 18 was Jordan Groshans.
Athletic middle infielder.
At high school. 2017 was Nate Pearson and Logan Warmoth.
Big pitcher.
And Logan Warmoth was like
middle infielder, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why is there a reason why we refuse to draft outfielders in the first round?
The last 2 outfielders that we've drafted in the first round were DJ Davis in 2012 and Dwight Smith Jr. in 2011. So,
what happened to Dwight Smith Jr. not being a Blue Jay?
He was a Blue Jay, then he was an Oriole.
Yeah.
And then he was
gone.
Pirate.
Did we trade him?
DFA'd him. I think they just DFA'd him.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone waited live out to lunch.
You thinking of Anthony? Are you thinking of Anthony Alford?
Are you thinking of Melvin Upton Jr.?
Nope. I look up the guy I'm thinking of. I don't remember his
Jonathan
name.
Davis?
Nope. He's never been a Blue Jay. He was a Met, and he's on Washington now, I think. He plays first base.
Dom Smith?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking of.
That's the same guy.
Same guy. I mean, Dom Smith did play the outfield for the Mets for a little bit, but like,
Boys, it's been a long day. Haven't had much sleep. Okay.
wait. I have this pulled up of our draft history in the first round. We drafted James Paxton.
Yeah, and he went back to college.
Fuck you, James Paxton.
We also had Chris Bryant. I don't think that was a first rounder though.
We also had Joe Musgrove.
I want to say Trey, but that doesn't sound right.
Rated him for J Hat.
You're probably right. I'm not looking at that. Going around the rest of the draft before we get to the top picks.
Sorry. I just went back. Lloyd Mosby got drafted as a first baseman.
Nice. 4-1-0 for Miles Naylor.
Oh God.
No, this is amazing.
No, 4-1-0 for Miles.
Look at the trajectory.
No.
Of Oakland A's third base.
Nope.
Where do they end up?
MVP somewhere else.
Toronto.
Sure. 4-1-0 for Miles Naylor.
We have a
this
corner,
guy doesn't even know where his
a Canadian corner infield.
This guy doesn't know if he's going to come up before the team moves to Vegas.
Probably not. But...
And he's going to come up as a 21-year-old in Vegas.
I think he's also a Tennessee commit.
Oh, see you later. He's no shot. He's taking this deal.
I know what, Nate. Why you gang?
Joe Musgrove was traded for J.A.
Oh, nice. Piece of shit. I hate that you're right. Yeah, fucking Miles Naylor. Ugh. Poor one out for you, buddy. Any other picks that you guys liked in the draft?
I think Paul Skeens, good pick.
Yeah, we got to talk about that,
dude.
Do you know he's a two-way guy?
Skeens?
Yeah, he took the year off of hitting, but he's a two-way guy.
I mean, he was. I think he was. They said he was a pitcher catcher.
The guy on the panel,
he just became a pitcher.
The guy on the panel said he could hit 25 bombs in the majors right now.
I mean, I think
it's his. It's the LSU coach or someone to do with the LSU.
Is probably the first person to come up out of this entire draft class.
Does he make it up this year?
No. I think he makes it up next
Pittsburgh's
year.
not good enough.
I think he makes it late next year.
Yeah.
Just by how they're talking about him. Like,
I could see him impressing enough to come up at the beginning, but there's no reason for Pittsburgh to bring him out this year. They're not even close. No. If he was drafted by like Arizona, maybe.
Which brings me
Cincinnati. Cincinnati could have done it.
Brings me to my favorite pick, a guy who I genuinely put. I think if not for Skeens, he's the first person up. Mm-hmm. Wyatt Langford. They're Texas.
Does Texas have a reason?
Just get more offense in it. Like,
offense, I guess, is kind of their problem. I was going to say it's not really their problem, but yeah.
He's in the outfield, so.
Who they got in their outfield right now? It's Adolis.
Yes.
Tavares and Jankowski.
Who?
Leody
Tavares. Who is? Leody Tavares.
And then Travis Jankowski.
Texas has the top offense in baseball right now, or one of the top two, and
Ezekiel Durant. But I think they have
Durant's been really good.
Yeah, Durant's been good.
And
Robbie Grossman. Yeah, like so. No, actually,
I just can't. Okay,
so they have Adolis Garcia.
I can't see.
Yes.
Yeah. They're not deep, obviously, but I just can't see them rushing him up for that.
Also,
especially when offense isn't their problem.
I hate to shout them out, but shout out for the Baltimore Orioles for drafting the second coming of Cedric Mullins.
Did they? I didn't even. I know nothing about college people.
Enrique Bradfield Jr. is the center fielder from Vanderbilt. He's literally the fastest guy in the draft.
Cincinnati had a good draft.
Yeah,
or a good first round. I didn't see the rest.
Sure.
They took 2 upper tier pitchers and then
they
shortstop.
Rhett Lauder out of Wake Forest.
Yeah, another LSU guy.
Where are we at here with these compensatory picks? There's so many fucking compensatory picks. Ty Floyd was the LSU pick, and then Sammy Staffora was the next one.
I love watching the draft coverage because every single hitter that gets drafted could be the best hitter in the draft, and they say it every single time.
I genuinely, but the one that I hyped up the most, Chase Davis.
Yeah, But even like every high schooler that got drafted is like, oh, this could be the best high school hitter in the draft. Oh, this could be the best high school hitter in the draft. 4 or 5 high schoolers got drafted. That could be the best hitter in the draft.
They said a pitcher that went at like almost 20 could be the best pitcher in the draft. Nah, dude. The guy touching 103 with a
baby.
fucking 70 grade slider. I think that's probably him.
And a sink. And a nasty changeup.
Yeah.
I just saw a tweet that apparently Kyle Tucker got booed very loudly.
Yeah.
When him and Yordan.
Him and Yordan on the intros got booed. Dusty Baker got booed.
Do you know none of the 3 guys you just mentioned were on that Astros team?
Technically, Kyle Tucker was in the organization. I had to look that up. He got drafted in 15.
He was in the organization.
Just like they're Astros, and it's in Seattle, so I guess they eliminated them from the playoffs. So
that's fair.
I'd like to talk about Bryce Eldridge real quick here.
Yeah, you mean 16th pick in the draft?
Shohei Ohtani too?
Yeah, you mean the American Shohei Ohtani?
Do you think he can do it?
No.
What I've heard is he is a very good hitting prospect. But he is like an elite pitching prospect. His hitting is behind.
Also,
that's got to be the hardest thing. Like, you could be pitching at a AAA level and hitting at a single A level.
He's also 6'7".
Yeah, and throws 97
in high school,
and has light tower power. Apparently,
so his perfect game events results are on here. This is all I've seen. In 2020,
yes,
yeah.
He's a 6'7" high schooler. There was also someone that the White Sox took. He's a 6'7", 230-pound outfielder, and he's 17.
In 2021, which was almost 2 years ago to the date, it was July 24th. He threw 95 with an exit velo of 93 miles an hour. That exit velo was 2022.
Average or max?
It doesn't say. I'm going to assume it was max. Because I don't think you would measure average. But pretty absolutely ridiculous. And he's 6'7". We've seen some success from some 6'7" prospects in the last couple of years.
While we're on that, do you have anything else on the draft?
Just can he do it? Maybe. If Shohei can do it, I don't see why someone else can't figure it out, especially when you're 6'7".
The toughest thing is you have to develop
both at the same time,
parallelly, essentially.
Yeah, it's a lot of work,
and be equally as good on both sides.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the thing. You gotta.
He's a left-handed bat too.
If you can pitch
another Shohei,
pitch to one level, you got to hit to that level, or vice versa. You got to.
Yeah, I think if anything, we'll see a lot more guys come up, be hitters and relievers, and not starters. They'll be relievers.
I think that could be very effective.
Yeah.
And it requires a lot less work.
Just max effort. Go out there and throw your 2 pitches, 2-3 pitches, and you're good. Call it a day.
Bryce Eldridge in his national team debut, he had 3 innings on the mound, 5 Ks, 1 hit, no runs. He had 8 games played at the plate, hit 316, 517, 842. 3 homers. 3 homers in 8 games. He might be good, man. That's a steal of a pick at 16, I think. Even as a project, that's super cool. I think there's nobody else really in the draft that we need to talk about, right?
Okay. Then since we talked about 6'7" guys, can we talk about everyone's favorite 6'7" guy and what he did this week?
Ellie?
Yeah.
Sure. Ellie.
Can we go back to the Blue Jays after?
I was going to say, did we even talk about the...
Yeah, that's fine.
So much stuff to talk about. Did we even talk about the Derby?
This is more exciting.
We didn't even really talk about the Derby.
No.
We just said that Vladdy won it. We didn't talk about the Derby.
No. Ellie's a unicorn.
That was insane. It was like 3 pitches, wasn't it?
So
it was also 3 days after he hit that bomb after Davey Martinez was complaining about the knob.
Yeah.
Just showed it off
For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, Ellie De La Cruz, not
Paint
sure
the
how
scene.
we got on base.
Paint
not
the
sure
scene.
how we got on base.
RBI single to left.
It was
Ellie De La Cruz is on first base.
RBI single to left. Drives in a run. does his job. Fired up. Ellie De La Cruz is on first.
First pitch.
Mhm.
I know it was 3 pitches. I don't know if it was the first pitch of the
Two
at-bat.
pitches. It was 2 pitches.
No, there was a pitch in between the two.
No, it was 2 pitches.
Are you sure?
100%.
Okay, anyways. First pitch.
Yeah.
Ellie steals second.
Mhm.
Next pitch.
He's still third without a fucking
Without
throw.
a throw.
Brian Anderson is like 20 feet off of third base.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that's who was on third.
I think this is also like a
It's
one-run.
not
game at the
even
time.
close.
Like I think the
Steals
Reds were
third.
on- Yeah.
Like he was clearly safe at second.
Mhm.
Steals third, no throw. Like the third baseman doesn't even move. Like
And
doesn't
then
even go.
the funniest part, Ellie just gets up and just kind of continues to shuffle down the line
Mhm.
and just goes. And Brian Anderson's like, the fuck could you get him?
Yeah, it was
I
a
don't know who was
6-5
pitching.
game.
He's just walking back to the mound with his back turned, and then just waffles it to the back.
Yeah.
I got no words. If
So
I'm
That's
being
the most
honest,
exciting.
Yeah.
play
he's
in
the most
baseball.
exciting player in the game.
There is
So-
nothing more exciting than
I'm
baseball.
just gonna make a remember. You guys know how my MVP picks this year were fucking psychotic.
Is Ellie going to be next year's? Or is Ellie going to be
Genuinely-
this year's?
I think Ellie will be my next year's MVP.
Buddy,
pick.
if he plays the full season, I wouldn't even blame you for it.
Yeah,
It-
but
like-
knowing that I said that, I cursed Michael Harris, so it's fucking
Yeah, you're right. How many most exciting, quote unquote, most exciting players in baseball have done this? Like it was Tatis.
I mean, let's
Tatis
just
wasn't doing this.
O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal Cruz was not hitting consistently and really not swiping
Tatis-
bags like that.
Tatis was kinda
Tatis
doing it.
tagged up on a fly ball that was on the dirt.
Yeah.
Mm,
Tatis was doing it. It also just didn't help that he got hurt.
But this is more
Yeah.
exciting.
yeah, he got like hurt.
He
his
has-
rookie year,
He
so-
has the second hardest hit.
He's got a
ball
cycle.
in the Statcast era for the Cincinnati Reds.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure he's got a top 5 throw.
Mhm.
He's got a cycle.
He stole all 3 bases in 1 inning in 2 pitches.
Doesn't he have a multi-home run game too?
I think so.
I think so.
Wasn't that the Dave Martinez game?
No, I think he only had 1 that game.
Yeah, I think that was that one.
I can
But
look it up.
also genuinely, he like if he's up 2 weeks earlier, he's at the All-Star game.
No, he's not.
You wouldn't need a couple more weeks than that.
That's a very bad take.
Who's he taking out?
Like, you're really gonna make me look up the goddamn entire.
What does he
All-Star.
play?
Shortstop.
Don't they have McLean, or is McLean somewhere else?
McLean is actually. I think Ellie plays third. And McLean plays short.
Okay, that's what. Yeah,
Like
I've never seen defensive highlights from Ellie De La Cruz. I've only seen him mashing baseballs and stealing bases.
I think he's like decently defensively, but like
I'm
Did
sure
you
I'll believe
know
it.
He's got a twin brother.
Twin brother.
is it O'Neal Cruz?
That's 5'8".
I think I did hear that. That's gotta suck, man.
There's no shot, dude.
Could you
He's got a
imagine being
5'8" twin brother?
the 5'8" brother of a 6'6" guy?
That's sad.
He's an animal.
Yeah, man. Crazy. Can we please talk about Guillermo Martinez?
Okay, since we're
Because I'm tired of people saying
it's the lead of
he's the reason for the team's struggles. And I think our boy, Chris Black, it's not a stat of the week. It was just a take of the week. He said it best. He said, if you're not going to credit a hitting coach when Marcus Semien has a career year, when Teoscar Hernandez wins a silver slugger, when Vlad flirts with a triple crown, when Bo Bichette's career average is sitting over 100 or 300, it seems disingenuous to blame that coach for the struggles now.
I'm sorry,
and
I
I-
lost it because you said sluggle.
Sluggle, I know. He hit a silver sluggle. Like, these are all massive things that happened under.
Not just Vlad. but
Guillermo
Triple
Martinez.
Crown, won the fucking Hank Aaron.
Yeah.
Like,
So, yeah, it's cool to say what everybody else says and blame Guillermo Martinez. At some point, you got to accept that these guys are just not hitting. And they just might not have it in the clutch factor.
And you know what else could happen at that point?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe his words are falling on deaf ears and
Sure.
it's not doing anything for them anymore.
Could be. Bottom line is none of us know. None of us are in that room. None of us have seen what if the players are listening, what the players are listening to, if they're taking what he says. No one has any idea.
Like, how many hitting coaches do we have? He's not the only one.
No, he's not.
There's a hitting coach. There's a hitting strategist.
There's like 4 strategists and a coach. It's not like if Guillermo Martinez gets fired tomorrow, and Don Mattingly, if he gets fired tomorrow, the average with runners in scoring position doesn't magically go up. It's the same group of hitters, and they're going to be doing the same thing. Trying to blame one person for the lack of hitting with runners in scoring position is just downright stupid.
I don't think Jays fans realize who would take over if you fired Guillermo. Because it's going to be whoever his second in command.
Hunter Mentz or whatever. He's just going to slide
Don't say that name to me. The head hitting strategist or whoever.
Dave Hudgens.
Like, I don't know.
Mentz, not Pence. It's Mentz. It's legitimately Mentz.
It drives me nuts. I don't care.
That's who's going to slide in, dude.
Big man Mentz.
Well, I'm just telling you, like that's he's already.
It's the way they've done things, man.
He's already in their ear.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't worked yet. Why is it going to be different if he's the head guy now? It's not.
I don't know. Yeah, it's really fun to listen to people try and use that as an excuse for their hitting. Do we want to recap the first half? I think we kind of have.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to break it down.
Do better.
Yeah. Second half, I think the schedule is a little easier, is it not?
Doesn't start easy.
No, but like as a whole.
As a whole, yeah.
We get the Padres second. That's an easy win.
They've been bad.
You say this, but like
nothing's an easy win for the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
Other than the team that we swept 6-0.
Yeah, no, the White Sox are definitely an easy win. Sorry, Connor. Yeah.
Guy's got the balls to wear a motherfucking White Sox hat on this podcast.
It's a tough bounce. There's
a reason I was wearing it backwards.
The Yankees stink right now. Without Aaron Judge, they're terrible. I just don't see them catching us. The Astros are the Astros. They'll probably pass Texas, but then I'm pretty sure we can keep even with Texas. I don't fear anyone in the second half. I don't know about you guys.
This team's going on a run. I'm telling you right now.
I think so.
Vladdy's going to be rejuvenated after that home run derby. He's going to come out and have a massive second half.
I'll believe it when I see it.
It's going to be it's going to be Bo-esque from last year.
Okay.
Tampa's not good.
No,
Tampa's not good. Sorry, they are good, but they are not elite.
Yeah,
they're coming crashing back down to earth.
Like they do this every year.
They've never done this.
No.
Last year they did it. They got real hot in the beginning and just fizzled,
and then got bounced in the playoffs very quickly. Like, granted,
it was the Yankees that were way out in front and fell off.
The Rays fell out of they were in the division spot at one point, were they not?
I'm pretty sure.
I think the Yankees had it pretty well locked up by the end of April.
Yeah, they also fell off, but they were in that race, and then they fell all the way down to the third wild card spot.
I think the intriguing team in the East is going to be Baltimore, because I want to see what they do with that rotation. They're going to need like 2 arms.
It's 3-2 National League.
So
the boy Elias Diaz just went deep off of Felix Bautista.
July isn't friendly with Arizona and San Diego, but San Diego's record isn't what the team looks like.
The Dodgers,
then Seattle, then the Dodgers, but then you get the Angels, and if you gotta find a way to beat the Orioles at some point, and they got a chance to do it there. Then you get Boston which is a nightmare this year. But then you get Cleveland. Cleveland stinks. The Cubs, the Cubs stink. Both teams will be gutted. The Phillies could be good. The Reds, as exciting as they are, they're playing in a shit division.
Have no pitching.
I'm not concerned. Then you get Baltimore again. You get Cleveland again. Washington, Colorado, Oakland, KC, Texas at the end of the year.
Wait. That's all in a row?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Texas.
We're in this division.
I don't care what you do anymore. Just go out and win series.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck sweeps.
There's no reason why you can't win these two series coming up. Like, I know the Padres are good on paper. Yeah. Arizona's been a cool story this year. Sure. You're better than the Arizona Diamondbacks. You're better than the San Diego Padres this year. You're better than the Seattle Mariners this year. You could argue we're better than the Dodgers this year.
Are we better than the Diamondbacks this year?
Yes.
I think we're about even.
We're better than the Diamondbacks. Maybe not record-wise this season, but we're better than the Arizona Diamondbacks, dude.
I think that division is not great anymore either right now. Like, the Dodgers are a shell of what they have been.
The Giants are good.
The Diamondbacks are on an upward trajectory, but like, are the Giants good?
The Giants are gianting. They're gianting.
The Arizona Diamondbacks are
Name
500
the Giants
against
rotation
teams.
for me, please.
Alex Cobb, Logan Webb, Sean Manaea.
Alex Cobb's in the bullpen.
You told me last week he was in the bullpen.
Fuck, I hate that you actually pay attention.
I watched the game.
Alex Cobb is a starter.
Yeah, but he's in the bullpen.
You're thinking of Alex Wood.
Alex Wood.
Alex
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Cobb's an all-star.
Yeah, Cobb was pitched in the All-Star game. Lamont Wade Jr.
Yeah. The Arizona Diamondbacks are 24-24 against teams better than 500 this year.
Hey, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you look at what the Toronto Blue Jays record is against teams better than 500 this year?
No, they don't have that on here.
Okay.
It's not fair because those teams are Baltimore, Boston.
Since
the
we
Rays.
Briefly talked about the All-Star game again, can we talk about how the fuck Garrett Cole started, please? Because I do not understand.
I mean, who would have started over Garrett Cole?
Nate Eovaldi. But then it'd just be a whole Rangers show.
Kevin Gossman.
Kevin Gossman didn't want to play.
He didn't bet. He didn't want
They
to
they announced it before he said that.
Yeah, but I think even if they asked him, he would have said no.
It's fine, but they announced it before he said that.
Yeah, I'm sure they talked to Cole before they asked him though. I'm sure he might not have been their first choice. I don't know, but Eovaldi's at the game. Eovaldi's been better.
Isn't Shane Mack there too?
Mm-hmm.
Shane Mack's hurt.
Oh yeah, he's technically an All-Star, but he's not there. I think the people that have pitched in All-Star game are like George Kirby, Garrett Cole, Carlos Estevez, Jordan Romano.
Estevez been gross this year, dude.
Michael Lorenzen, and Ohtani wasn't going to pitch.
You said Lorenzen pitched?
Yeah, he came in after Romano,
Eh.
and he gave up nothing.
Atta boy, noted All-Star could be available at the deadline.
Noted soon to be Blue Jay.
Bring him on over.
Why not? Why not us?
Why not?
Why not?
I heard an interesting point.
Mhm.
That Arden and Ben Nicholson Smith made on whatever the hell their podcast is.
At the letters.
Yeah. You look at this Jays 40 man, and it's busy. There's a lot of guys on the edge of the 40 man that you don't want to expose to waivers because they're probably going to get picked.
Nathan Lucas,
Mitch White,
Ernie Clement,
Jay Jackson.
You look at last year, what they did. They turned a couple guys into a struggling second baseman who is now an all-star.
Yeah.
I think that they might try that again this year. You look at what the Dodgers did. You turn Mitch White into two prospects because he's on the edge of your 40 man.
Do you think we could turn Mitch White into two prospects? That'd be kind of cool.
I think Mitch White gets traded for prospects.
Then you turned a guy who couldn't get out of his own way in the minors into a piece of shit and a really good reliever.
Who? Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying now. Is he a really good reliever? It's great to think that he can be, but like
he can be.
Has he shown that he
Nate's
is?
Nate's out to lunch here. He does not have a fucking idea.
So confused.
Zach Pop.
Zach Pop and Jordan Groshans and Anthony Pettis.
I like Zach Pop. I hope he figures it out, but he has yet to show it.
It's another guy who could impact his bullpen down the stretch.
Dude, maybe.
Is he pitching in AAA? Is he still?
Yeah,
he just came back.
He got activated, but he got option to AAA. Dude, we are like,
I don't know.
Such a better spot.
Hey, can we get an update on our awards?
Now
that we're past the halfway point.
Sure. I mean, I gotta pull up the post. Hold up.
I wasn't even on it.
No, I mean, no, but Nate, I kind of.
We'll remember yours.
Yeah. I gotta find
I had Brandon Hyde for manager of the year. I know that.
Motherfucker, we didn't pick managers of the year. Don't do this.
I had whoever wins it. I'm
okay.
Right on track.
So far, for AL Rookie of the Year,
me
and Brant had Gunnar Henderson, and
that's not bad.
I had Masataka.
Yeah, you're winning. You're winning.
Hey, Gunner's been good.
But Yoshida's been fucking great. NL Rookie
They're
of the Year.
both losing to Josh Jung.
Oh yeah, he's winning. Josh Young's winning. Like what's all-star starter. So Nate, who was your
all-star starter? Doesn't mean anything though. Let's be serious.
If he's batting like
if he got into the all-star game, it means something. If you're an all-star starter, it doesn't mean as much.
I think batting 285 with 18 home runs and 60 RBI.
That stuff means something.
And having
all-star starter, don't use all-star starter as a reason to be something special because Santiago Espinal was an all-star starter last year.
No, he wasn't. What?
He wasn't a starter.
He started.
Andres Jimenez was a starter.
Oh, did he? I thought he came in to
start. Know your own guys, man.
I thought he started. Alejandro Kirk was an all-star starter.
Yes. So Nate, moving on.
Honestly, deserved.
It was deserved at that point.
Doesn't mean shit.
Nate, who was your NL Rookie of the Year?
He started in the outfield for the National League today.
So is Connor.
Oh, yep. Me and Nate had Corbin Carroll, and Brant had Francisco Alvarez. Granted,
having a good year, but
Alvarez is having a good year.
Does not matter.
Nope. Corbin Carroll is winning that. Oh no. AL Cy Young. Nate, who was your AL Cy Young?
You guys go first.
I just want before we run too far away from
mine's sitting pretty good, I think here.
MLB.com does a rookie power rankings.
Okay.
Every month. June, number 1, obviously, Corbin Carroll. Number 2, Francisco Alvarez.
Shut up. Yeah, you still but
number 3, Josh
all-star
Jones.
Starter, Corbin Carroll.
Number 4, Hunter Brown. 5, Yoshida. 6, Taj Bradley. 7, Bryce Miller. Kodai Senga, Yuri Perez, Gunnar Henderson, 10.
It's weird. The only rookie the Jays have had this year is Spencer Horwitz.
Nathan Lucas?
Oh, shit. You're right.
Yeah.
But that doesn't feel like a rookie.
No, but he had a big double the other day.
Oh,
shout out him.
Saved the season. Now we go to AL Cy Youngs. I had Dylan Cease.
Yeah, it's a tough pick. It was a good pick at the time.
Brant has Shohei Ohtani. And Nate has Kevin Gausman.
So Nate and I have a chance.
Yeah, I'm out to lunch here, boys. So yeah, it's not looking good. And then we go to Nate. Who was your NL Cy Young pick?
I'll just bow out of this one.
No, you're fucking say it because mine's shit too, buddy. I think mine's shit. I don't know.
Who was yours, Nate?
I said he was going to go back to back.
Was it Nola?
It was Sandy.
Oh no, yours was Nola.
Yeah, I had Aaron Nola, and Brant had Spencer Strider. Yeah, Brant wins that.
I feel good. I feel good, boys. I feel good.
Nola's got an ERA of 4.4, and Sandy's the worst pitcher on the Marlins. Oh man,
I'll take that one.
Yes. And then
all of us got the AL MVP wrong.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Who'd you have, Nate?
Julio.
Ooh, you're the worst of us three. You're the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brant had Yordan Alvarez, even though he has Shohei Ohtani winning sign. Just don't think about it. And I have all-star starter at 360, has over 1,000 OPS at the break. Corey Seager. I'm going to push
through how many games?
I'm pushing it. Fuck you. It doesn't matter. I'm pushing the narrative.
Does he qualify for any leaders?
Yes, I'm pushing the narrative.
Oh, he qualifies for league leaders?
Yes.
He's not even going to be in the top 2.
Does he?
NL MVP. Yeah. Nate, who was your NL MVP pick?
Bryce.
Oh God. Bryce Harper.
It's Trey, isn't it?
Brant's was Trey Turner, but wanted it to be Bryce Harper and switched it to Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Mine on a bit of a hot streak recently, but he's kind of been shit this year. Mike Harris. Like,
do I have the best pick?
It's so close, but we're all bad.
Define best. Like,
yeah, it's not phenomenal for the boys in the NL MVP pick. I'm gonna be honest. We did not do well there.
What's Bryce Harper doing this year? 290, 3 home runs. 386, 76 OP. Okay.
I will concede that Connor has a better AL MVP pick because Jordan has 2 less games, 5 more homers. How are you? 3 more RBIs. He's losing in all of the rate stats though. He's got a lower average on base, slug, OPS.
Do either of them qualify?
Doesn't matter who qualifies.
I mean,
because Shohei's going to walk away with it.
Do I have the only qualified batter of the 3 of us? So am I in the lead right now?
I guess technically. Is there a qualification for MVP though? Like you have to qualify for.
Yeah. I just looked at the OPS pluses of our NL MVP candidates. Without a shocker, Nate is first.
Is it over 100?
It's over 100. It's over. You're the only one over 100. You're at one. It was like 130.
Ray's under 100.
He's got 3 bombs with a 130 OPS.
I think it's 130. Hold up. Oh shit.
Well, he's only played like a handful of
It's
games,
118.
right?
Sorry, 118. It was not 130.
Okay.
I am second with a 92.
I'm third.
Trey Turner has an 88 OPS plus.
Trey, no. Trey.
Oh boy. All right. That's
what a first half.
Yeah. I mean, I also feel great about my manager of the year pick.
We didn't pick manager.
No, we didn't. But I'm saying my manager of the year pick was Bruce Bochy.
My manager of the year pick is whoever Arizona's manager is.
Torey Lovullo?
Yeah, that's who I picked.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's no way Brandon Hyde gets it again, does he?
He fucking better not. I swear to God. Just give it to Kevin Cash. Just give it to Kevin Cash, please. So as long as Brandon Hyde doesn't get it. Like,
I have a question for you fine fellas. While we're finishing up the second. Are you okay there?
I'm just looking for the fine fellas.
Right. Oh. There's one behind me on my fucking.
What is your question, Nate?
I want to look at the deadline here coming up.
Okay. Oh, are we making predictions?
Have we done that yet?
I don't think so.
We kind of did. We kind of talked about who might be available.
Right.
I kind of want to look up who we might have to give up. And I think our best asset is that guy in that picture behind you there, Connor.
Our best asset is Ricky Tiedemann.
Our best asset that will actually be traded.
What's his nuts there? The guy that everyone thought was going to. Otto Lopez?
Barger,
thank you.
You're not trading Barger.
You just drafted him. Like you just drafted an Indian version of him.
Put him on a cycle for like 4 years and maybe.
Yeah, fair. Well, he's the same size as Barger when Barger got drafted.
Yeah, but he's 7 years away.
Yeah, I was gonna say Barger's maybe a year.
I'd maybe take the guy who's a year away. Like I think Kevin Biggio's having a hell of a resurgence here. This is what I'm like. I'm loving what he's doing.
Feels so good to hear Nate say,
"This is it, dude. This isn't."
I'm so glad we're recording a podcast right now.
This is great. This is me saying I think he has the most value of guys on our roster, and you're gonna have to give up a roster guy at some point here.
Do we think
bring in a better impact? We need an impact bat off the bench, and that's not him.
Do we think Santiago Espinal has any value left?
No, that's why I think it's Biggio.
So
do we think Nathan Lucas showed enough with that big double the other day?
Brant,
yeah,
Brant, it's time.
It's not time.
Time, dude.
Now is not time. Now he's the perfect guy to have on your bench.
Hey, best of both worlds for me. Kevin Biggio for Jake Berger.
I don't know. I don't know if I honestly see it happening. I think the Jays coaching staff
they love him
so much.
They love him.
But I'm just saying, like, he's got positional versatility. He's quick enough. He's got
average. He's average at
an elite eye.
All of his defensive positions.
A solid defender. He's showing good bat to ball skills right now with a little bit of pop. Like,
I think
it's gonna look great in a Cubs jersey.
You're gonna have to get rid of somebody on this roster.
I would not be surprised to see someone like Otto Lopez be dealt this year.
Okay, yeah, that, but like,
yeah,
and I think that would get you someone smaller that you could use off your bench.
What are we getting?
I don't want you need an impact player. Like, you have Cavan and Espinal.
Do we honestly? I love Cav.
You have Cavan and
think
Espinal.
Cav is getting us an impact.
I'm not saying by himself. You're gonna
if you do
add
Cav
a couple
and
prospects.
Auto, like,
can we just do it with the prospects?
Brant, I hope you know that we're living in the last 4 months of Kevin Biggio as a Blue Jay.
We're not.
I hope you know that.
We are living in the last 4 months of Otto Lopez and Addison Barger. Arelvis Martinez?
Barger and Arelvis Martinez than Kevin Biggio.
If we are trading Arelvis Martinez, we're getting Nolan Arenado.
That's bold. I don't know about that. Tucker Tolman?
We're getting Tyler O'Neill. Tucker.
Zulueta?
No. Like, what the fuck
I think Zulueta's probably up at the end of the year. By the end of the year. But like,
complete up there. I don't know, man.
He has.
I really don't want to agree with you. I really don't.
He has the potential to be an impact major leaguer. He's got what, 3 more years of control? 2 more?
Kevin?
Yeah. If you send him to a Oakland, Kansas City, like, I'm just throwing out teams, not thinking of people getting back.
I was gonna say, can you please at least send him to a watchable team?
What if we?
No, I'm just saying, if you send him to a team like that, like, he's hitting in the middle to top of their order.
Oh, he's batting like 2 in Kansas City.
Okay, hear me out. What if we trade Adam Macko and Mitch White for Teoscar Hernandez? Like, what if? Why not? That's an impact bat, right?
And then Teo is probably not going to get the money that he wants.
No, he can just go.
No, but what I'm saying is he's a rental. Right. But do you think he gets the Simeon deal that Simeon got in Toronto?
Maybe.
Like a year, 18 million.
Oh, like to come back for another year?
Come back for another year?
No,
I'm good.
I'm okay.
I'm proud.
So is there any interest in a guy like Hagen Danner?
Yeah, maybe. Well,
the ceiling is high. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of who we could actually use.
Kevin Biggio has more value than we originally thought. He's a free agent in 2026.
No, so this is what I'm saying. Like, he actually has value.
Like,
what about Espinal?
Espinal has about as much value as fucking Ernie Clement. Like,
what about Clement?
Espinal and Kirk, same level.
It's about the same right now.
What about Kirk? Like, we got a guy fighting for his life down there in Tyler Heineman. Why not Kirk?
Tyler Heineman has the same amount of value as Santiago Espinal right now. Let's be honest.
Tyler Heineman, he's a magician. The clubhouse vibes he brings alone should bring ultimate value.
So whenever you're actually ready to have a serious conversation.
Yeah, Brant, I have a fucking picture of the guy that's going to be outdated if he gets traded, and I'm saying he's getting traded.
I'm not committing to it because John Schneider likes him too much.
No, I don't know if it's necessarily going to happen. I think they love him. But I'm just saying,
he's got the most value of all the guys on the roster.
It makes the most sense. You want to consolidate that bench. Him and Espinal essentially serve the same role, except one's a righty, one's a lefty.
I would argue that Espinal and Witt kind of serve a similar role offensively. I would also argue that Espinal's spot is just kind of meaningless at this point.
Maybe a AAA player right now.
Cav
Yes,
and All-Star.
that's fine. So you're not trading Ernie Clement or Santiago Espinal and getting someone impactful.
No.
You can trade Kevin Biggio and probably upgrade that for somebody older on an expiring deal. And then slot Espinal into that role. And really, you're not losing that much.
I don't want to agree with you. I really don't.
I'm not saying I want it to happen.
I know. Anybody? I think it was Keith Law that tweeted it out. Did you see the Jays?
Keith Law loves Kevin Biggio.
No, this unrelated to Biggio. Still related to trade pieces. Apparently the Jays weren't happy with how Barriera showed up to camp.
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard he came in the low.
Is there a chance?
No.
Not after you traded 2 of your last 3.
To stay in this window, though. I don't think Barriera came out of high school. He's not really close.
You have to get a dude.
I guess there isn't really a
dude. The last 2 were traded for dudes. We got Barrios and Chapman.
Yeah, but he was also packaged with a lot.
I think
who?
The Hoagland.
Hoagland was with fucking Kirby Sneed. Don't do this.
Well, I mean, it was a lot of nothing, but there were like
it was Kirby Sneed, Zach
Kevin
Loeb,
Smith,
and Kevin Smith.
That's a 4 prospect trade. They all stink, but
they're all prospect is a very
Hoagland came up, right?
3, 4. 3, 4A players, and
I don't love what we have to offer, if I'm being honest. Even like if I include Kevin Biggio in that mix, I don't love anything we have.
Is Brett Rooker a possible piece?
Maybe.
Does he get right-handed?
Yeah, he's a righty. Outfield DH.
Maybe.
How many years of control does he have?
I think none. No, he's got a couple. I'm pretty sure.
He's been around, dude.
Yeah, but it's like,
man, I want to do what the Braves did. Go get 3 or 4 guys.
Brent Rooker's a free agent in 2028.
Oh,
no,
what?
Pass.
Oh, word.
Pass.
28? That's so long.
2028.
That's got its value.
Go get 3 or 4 dudes on expiring deals that are professional major league hitters. Give you a different look. Go get a switch hitter. Go get a fucking guy who can hit for power. Like, just get some dudes. You don't have to give up much. Like, you're telling me you could go get Michael Lorenzen to be a swingman, eat some bulk innings out of the playoffs. If someone gets hurt, give them.
You think Michael Lorenzen's going to pitch in the playoffs?
Ernie Clement.
You think if we make it to the playoffs, Lorenzen would be any part of that team?
Look at our bullpen right now.
Yeah, but you're using 4 starters. You have arguably 6 coming in the next few weeks.
You're not
Michael Lorenzen's not better than Hinge and Ryu.
He throws 97.
Yeah. So does Kikuchi if he's not in that rotation.
Yeah, but Ryu doesn't under the pen.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't love what we have in terms of offering up trades. I don't know who we use. Obviously you could do a big package of mid-tier prospects and say, hey, maybe one will hit. But is that going to get you what you need this year? I don't see it.
That's why you shoot for guys on expiring deals that are older. You shoot for your Randall Grichuk's.
You use a couple.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Your Michael Lorenzen type player. Lance Lynn.
No. Lance Lynn stinks. Sorry, Connor.
Did I say he was good? Like, he's not great this year, but
I hate rubbing it in.
He's the definition this year is he'll fucking eat innings. He'll eat all of the innings this year, like regardless of how shit or good he is.
Careful with the eating jokes around Lance Lynn.
I'm not. He doesn't. You know what? Salads worked evidently.
Where are we here? I don't know. I'm very intrigued to see what the Blue Jays do in the next few weeks. I don't envy Ross Atkins, if I'm being honest. Do we want to talk about the Derby?
One last thing on
Yep.
deadline. Do you think you have to have a sense of urgency?
No.
Like realistically,
so.
who's dealing? Tigers,
Royals,
A's, Rockies,
Pirates,
Cardinals,
Pirates,
White Sox. Pirates don't have much.
No, but they'd be dealing.
And then you have like the weird fringe ones, like maybe Boston, depending on how well they
I
finish.
don't think Boston is
Like-
anymore, man. They're right there.
Especially to us. Like
My point is that's less than 10 teams.
The Mets. Did we say the Mets?
the Mets aren't selling.
Buddy, they are done.
They're not selling.
They are
They're gonna
18 games
shift-
out of their
did we say
division.
Washington?
No, they are 7 games out of a wild card spot. They are selling.
Anyways, there's like roughly 10 teams, 20 teams buying. That math doesn't work well.
Colorado.
Already said them.
Say the Cubs.
No.
Did we say the Padres?
The Padres aren't selling.
Can we say the Padres? They're 6 out.
No.
The only person that they could
6
sell
back of the
They're
Giants.
4 games below 500.
the only the only thing that they have to trade off
Is the best pitcher in baseball right now.
It's the best pitcher who's not at the All-Star game. Like
He's a free agent at the end of the year. If you genuinely don't think you have a chance to make it this year, you can get a haul for Blake Snell.
have you seen the Padres owner? He will fucking
I
take Blake Snell.
I think they do.
Where
have
are you
a
gonna
chance
pay
to
for-
make
how-
it this year?
You can't pay for these guys. He's paid everybody else.
I think they got a shot.
Maybe. They're 6 back, man. That's a lot.
Jays are 7.
Yeah.
What's your point?
7 back of the division. They're 6 back of a wild card.
Who's got your wild card spots right now, though?
San Fran is the
The-
last wild card spot.
D-backs, San Fran, and Philly. Miami.
Philly and Milwaukee are both half a game back.
It's doable.
Sure. The roster should be able to do it. I will agree with that. But you got a lot of teams in the mix that are a lot closer than you are. If they get there, watch out because they've got the lineup. Yeah. I don't know. I think we're looking at more sellers than we were the last time we had this conversation.
Yeah.
And I think it changes even more next week or 2 weeks from now, I guess.
You know, a player that I didn't think about the team, even though they're in first place, potentially selling to buy something with Jonathan India.
I don't think he's got the pop you want.
I'm not saying for the Blue Jays. I'm just saying like
No, just generally.
they have the Reds have kind of a logjam in the middle infield because I want Ellie to be short.
Wasn't there talk about India potentially being moved a few weeks back too?
Yeah, because they have McLean, they have like Ellie, they also have Spencer Steer, who's having fucking underratedly good year.
One of them just shift to the outfield and you're fine.
Can we talk
So-
about the Derby and wrap this up?
Yeah, dude, we had how the fuck did we have the Derby last?
I
That
don't
was
know.
the first thing you said on the podcast. We
I know. I
full
know.
circle here, but
Adley shocked me. We'll just start with that. I did not expect that. Your boy, Lou Bob, was a man. Shout out to him.
Fucking pull the calf.
Randy, I said people are sleeping on Randy, and people were sleeping on Randy. However, Vlad's just better.
I didn't know Adolis Garcia was having Kevin Gosman fucking throw BP to him.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Like you guys get in theory why I picked Adolis Garcia, right?
Because his biceps are the size of my torso.
His nickname is El Bombi.
Yeah.
For people that don't speak Spanish, it's literally the bomb.
Yeah.
How do you do?
Not good.
He was facing Kevin Gosman.
Not
Everybody
good.
else
Hey,
was facing
Connor.
BP.
Who else did you pick? You picked like half the fucking field.
I picked
What
Robert.
was it? It was Garcia, Robert.
Garcia, Robert,
and
and Vlad.
And then you said Garcia.
No, he didn't even say Vlad in that.
Yeah,
there
I
were
did.
3 guys other than
No, that
Vlad.
was-
I said
was
Garcia, Vlad, and Robert.
It was Vlad. I will back him up there. Shout out to J-Rod for blowing his whole
Holy
load in the
shit.
first round.
He pulled off 2019 Vlad.
He hit.
And for Randy
was it.
blowing his whole load in the second round.
Yes. 41 homers for Julio. Apparently, it's the most ever in the first round.
Yeah, he beat Vlad's record from 19.
Good for him.
Any
Good
round.
for him. Coolest thing I think of the Derby, just little thing, was when Adley hit like what was it, 21?
Right-handed,
left-handed, and then flipped
then
around and hit
7.
5 more.
He hit 8 balls and 7 of them went out.
Yeah, that was
Also,
super cool.
There's a couple.
I think that's so smart.
yeah,
brilliant.
Like
Like
that's actually
brilliant.
really
all your muscles are so tired
Yeah.
on your left side from swinging.
Yep.
You're not
Switch 'em around.
using
And
your
honestly,
other muscles.
if Adley made it to the next round, he probably
Mhm.
would have started right-handed and then went to left-hand for the bonus.
Probably.
Like,
Just it was a brilliant play, but Robert just, hey, how are you?
I think they said Luis Robert had 7 balls that went over 450, and that was more than Adolis Garcia, Randy Rosarena, and Adley Rutschman combined. Like,
What
at
about
one
Mookie
point,
Betts?
point in Vlad's round, he had 16 homers. 14 of them were over 440. I don't know what he finished after that, but he was murdering baseballs.
he was also murdering children. Did you see that clip of Vlad nailing a child with a 116-mile-an-hour liner?
What?
to this kid's forehead.
What year was it that Pete Alonso hit a kid in the face and then
Last
was
year.
dancing to the music?
It was 21.
Before?
He was 21 in Colorado.
I saw that video like yesterday and I almost died.
When are we going to start getting kids that are not unathletically inclined?
Honestly, just get prospects.
Can-
Just get draft
Can we
prospects.
you want to just think about this for a second? They're 13 and under probably.
Mm-hmm.
That kid looked like
What
he was
was-
probably
that kid
14,
looked like
15.
What is the average exit velocity coming
That one
off?
was 115 miles an hour off the bat.
Oh,
This is a bad idea.
could you catch that?
Yeah, but
I don't think so. I've
If
seen you in the
anything-
if it was
outfield.
coming
No.
right at my face, I could catch that.
Fuck watching the game. My glove is in front of my face the whole time. You can hit anywhere but my face. Like I turn
Yeah.
off the head. Like
I don't think it's a great idea to have kids out there anymore, especially when there's like 40 of them running around.
And there's 3 balls in the air at a time.
Yeah, and they're coming.
yeah,
Pretty
that
hot.
was not fun to
They
track.
should wear hockey helmets with a cage
And full hockey gear.
also
gear. and a
Play
shield.
tackle football while they're waiting for a ball.
Yeah,
we got a couple memes out of this fucking derby too. Vlad lining a kid in the face was one of them. Mookie
shout out
Betts,
to Cuban Vladimir Guerrero for winning
Cuban
the Derby.
legend Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
The
Is he
product
the
of
first Cuban ever to win it?
He's the second.
second Cuban who's never not even. He's the
Not-
first non-Cuban
first
Cuban
Cuban?
to ever win.
Yoenis Cespedes.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the first.
that's
I
cool.
mean-
First non-Cuban Cuban to ever win the home run derby.
ESPN
first
literally-
Canadian.
No, Morneau.
Morneau. He beat
Morneau won at the Hamilton year.
second Canadian.
Oh,
Yeah.
First
I mean,
Canadian-born Dominican to win it as a Cuban.
I mean, the
ever.
only the only thing else, ESPN was like, "Oh, there's 3 Cubans. One of them will win."
I think they just had the graphic set up for a Cuban. I think you're
Yeah,
right.
because literally the entire left side of the bracket was 3
all
Cubans and
Cubans.
Adley. It was
Yeah.
Cubans and Adley. I mean, there's also the great meme of JD Martinez being like, "Dude, you got to pull the ball and hit it to center field." And he's like, and Mookie Betts is like, "I don't know how to do that. Like, I don't know how to do that, man."
Poor Mookie, man. That's
Dude,
tough.
he
That's a
got-
tough draw.
He hit fucking 11.
You step up and see Vlad hit 26, and you're like,
Bro.
well,
Yeah.
what?
wasn't
Yeah.
that the lowest winning number of the first round?
26?
26, I think so. No. I think it's
Oh,
24.
who?
I'm
I think
pretty
it was
sure
24.
Randy had
and
less.
the Phillies were
Randy.
24. But yeah, Nate, about Mookie's bets is all of his home runs average under 400 feet. That's off of velocity too.
All of them?
His 26
in-
home runs,
All
Is
of
it
them
like that he's-
average.
Like his actual home runs? Like not
the
the, Derby
26
home
home runs that he's hit, the average distance under 400 feet,
runs? Oh my God.
and that's off of high velocity, by the way.
How
So,
did he get in the Derby?
Because he's
His
Why
Why
wife-
didn't we
his-
bring Ellie?
his wife wanted him to do it, and
Okay.
he's tied for second in the league in home runs. So
I wanted
for
Ellie
me.
to do it.
Can we just bring Big Al? Where do you think that kid is these days?
I hit dingers.
Cash Money's brother got drafted
yesterday. Do you guys remember Cash Money? I forget the actual kid's name, but he was the kid with the $ sunglasses that was sitting there watching his brother in the Little League World Series. You'd remember it if you look it up. I promise. That kid got drafted.
The one watching or the one playing in
the one playing? I don't know if the one watching actually plays.
Oh God, this is just the last All-Star game update. This is really set up to be some like momentous shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man on in the bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Julio
Whit
Rodriguez is up.
Oh, I was really hoping for a Whit Merrifield moment.
Oh, it's against Craig Kimbrell.
Okay.
For the NL to win for the first time in forever.
Is there anything else on the Derby?
Shout out Bo Bichette.
For what?
Did you not see?
Oh, his microphone work?
His mic'd up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, what he said.
I think we're kind of blowing the whole Bo Bichette thing out of proportion. I love Bo, but like he really didn't do anything all that exciting. What Manoah did last year, super cool, fun. You get a little personality. What Bo did was kind of just like existed, and it just happened to be funny.
Yeah,
I think
Soto put in most of the legwork.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Randy didn't win because he didn't swing with the cowboy boots on.
We have one more thing to talk about.
Do we?
Mr. Ryu made his second rehab start.
Oh, good for him.
It's
4 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 1K.
Sorry, run that by me again.
4 innings pitched,
nice.
3 hits, no runs, no walks, 1K. And with that, I think it's bedtime.
That's more Hyunjin Ryu like.
1K is significantly less than last time.
Yeah, but that's more like Ryu than 5 Ks in 3 innings.
He threw 21 changeups.
I mean, that's Ryu.
4 whiffs on 14 swings. That's kind of cool.
I'm sure it wasn't just his fastball. His fastball average was 87, 88.
That's pretty good. He's back, baby.
Yeah, man. I feel like we should just stay here till this end of the All-Star game because it's fucking 2 outs anyway.
No.
It's 3-2 pitch to Julio.
This is just how meaningless this game has been to me. I just don't really care about the All-Star game. It's the Derby, super cool. I love watching the Derby. The All-Star game, for starters, the helmets are terrible.
Yeah. Terrible. Okay, we can just quickly go through this. Are these better than last year's
jerseys? The jerseys? No, I liked last year's way better.
I think I like
the navy ones this year. I think they're okay. If
there's a hierarchy, I think first place is the white ones from last year.
Yeah.
And I think it's the navy ones this year.
You know what sucks is the black pants. That's the dumbest thing ever brought to baseball.
The worst ones are the all gray ones from last year.
Who was last year's All-Star game MVP?
Giancarlo Stanton.
21?
Vlad.
Fucking how do we
2019.
I was gonna say it wasn't in 20.
Rice.
Bregman.
You're a year off, Connor.
Shit.
Salvador Perez.
It's probably so. Is it a pitcher?
Yep.
What?
Oh God.
Jacob deGrom.
Nope.
Corbin Burns. Was he good in 2019? Fucking no.
This was very notable.
Kershaw?
He had the best inning you could have.
He had an immaculate inning?
Oh. Yes.
Shane Bieber.
Really? Good for Shane.
18 Bregman. Key name 17.
Bryce.
Justin Smoke.
For your Seattle Mariners.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Really doesn't.
No, it's
Ichiro?
not.
What? No. What? We're not 17. That far back yet. 17.
Felix Hernandez?
Seattle Mariners.
No,
it's got to be a position player, right?
Position player.
Kyle Seager.
Second baseman.
Robinson Cano.
Dustin Ackley? Oh.
Robinson Cano?
2016.
Jesus.
Fuck.
American League. Pretty sure half his whole team started the All-Star game.
Alcides Escobar.
Nope.
Eric Hosmer.
Yep.
Oh my God.
15.
Where have we gone?
And 14.
Who is this guy getting fired up here? I love it.
Won back to back. Wait.
Sorry, 15 and 14
MVPs.
Back to back.
Bryce.
No.
I'm just gonna say, has Bryce ever done it?
Bryce Harper in the league in 2014?
No, I don't think
Bryce
so.
has only played like one All-Star game. I don't even know why.
Bryce was in the league because
Oh shit, he won the Derby in like 13 or something. I think.
15 and 14, Albert Pujols.
It makes too much sense.
Does it?
Mike Trout.
Yes.
Yeah.
How far do you guys want to go on
Can we
this?
just point out the fact that like we're struggling to name these? Just shows how much this doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Like,
You guys want to go back to 2010?
I struggled
you got
with
4
that.
more left.
What are we at? 12?
13.
13 was R.A. Dickey.
Nope.
12 was Jose Reyes.
Nope.
11 was Mark Burley. I don't know. What are we at? 13?
13, American League pitcher.
Pitcher. From your...
If you can remember this All-Star game, it makes sense.
Jacob deGrom. No. Instantly wrong. He was on Met. Didn't he win it once? No.
And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 10 years, the NL wins.
No.
Yeah, dude, you fucking lost me. Can we just go to bed?
Give me a team. I'll tell you.
First time I'm saying this.
Yankees.
Yeah.
A-Rod.
I said it was a pitcher.
Fuck it. You know what?
You remember pitcher A-Rod? Pitcher.
Jabba Chamberlain.
CC Sabathia.
Oh, I'm stupid. Mariano Rivera.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
12. Give me the team.
Outfielder.
Outfielder.
San Francisco Giants. He went on an unreal stretch at the start of this year.
Travis Ishikawa.
I was gonna say Pablo Sandoval, but then you said outfielder, and I was just like, nope.
Then he missed. I'm pretty sure he didn't play after the All-Star break.
Angel Pagan?
Melky Cabrera.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's right, because he got popped for the Royals.
Yeah.
2011, Milwaukee Brewers.
Ryan Braun.
No.
Oh, Prince Fielder, because
Yes.
he talked about winning it.
2010, Atlanta Braves.
Chipper Jones.
No.
Tim Hudson.
Chipper Jones.
No.
Jason
Chipper
Hayward.
Jones.
Position player.
Chipper
Freddie
Jones.
Freeman. Dan Ugla.
Chipper Jones.
Brian McCann.
Yes.
Chipper Jones.
Brian McCann?
Oh, I
Do you want me to-
fucking hate Brian.
Do you want me to read you off until 2000?
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
09, Carl Crawford. 08, JD Drew. 07, Ichiro.
JD Drew did it in
06.
New York too last
I
year
know.
at the Yankee Stadium. That was fun.
06, Michael Young. 05,
Disgusting.
Miguel Tejada.
Oh.
04, Alfonso Soriano. 03, Garrett Anderson. 01, Cal Ripken Jr. And 2000, Derek Jeter.
Number 2.
Number 2.
You know what's
Derek Jeter. Number
what's
2.
kind of cool?
Uh-huh.
97, Sandy Alomar Jr. 98, Roberto Alomar.
And then on that note, we're gonna stop talking about pieces of shit and get off for the night. Everybody, Brant, what's our social medias?
Yes. The flight deck _.
You fucker.
It's Brant Dubs.
Can you
Shout
tell
out
me who won
Vlad.
the first ever All-Star Game MVP
Babe Ruth.
in 1962.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Sr.
Ken Griffey
No.
the first.
It was an LA Dodgers shortstop,
Pee Wee Reese.
Mike Schmidt.
Maury Wills.
All right. On that note, Maury Wills will
Maury
see
Wills.
and Maury
Legend.
will see you later.
All-Star Game legend Maury Wills. Thank
Maury
you
will
for your
see
time.
you next week.
Wills. Oh, that was really good, Connor.
Yeah.
Everything's linked in the description below. Cheers.